Starting out the work week on a Tuesday, pulling into our first pickup to get a load of frozen bread for, it's Popeye's bread, going up to the Lineage in New York for delivery for tomorrow. I am to back into dock door number 18. It doesn't look like many trucks are here. It's kind of empty. So I will be able to pull straight on forward and back straight up to my dock. This place was a busy place a few months ago, and I will explain what happened shortly. Stay tuned. Welcome to the LaFonda Jackson Show. My name is Lisa, and that's Teddy. And LaFonda is the Peterbilt 589. I named her LaFonda because I'm very fond of her. Today we are loading in Perryville, Maryland. It is an Americold facility. It's frozen foods. And when I checked in, I asked the guy, because we used to always load Chick-fil-A French fries out of here, but they lost that contract a few months ago. Well, probably longer than that. I haven't been in here in a while, and we used to take the French fries up to Westboro, Massachusetts. It is going up to Conklin, New York, which is just on the other side of the Pennsylvania-New York line. Before you get to Binghamton on Interstate 81. Last week, I was off all week, which was nice, because I did not take a vacation this year. I normally take my vacation at the end of April, but I did not take one this year, so I'm just going to use my vacation pay for last week. The reason I was off was, well, I asked off for Monday and Tuesday because my dad and I went up to visit my aunt. She lives in Massachusetts, close to Boston. So my dad and I went up there. That was like a 7-hour drive with traffic. And then I wanted Tuesday off just to kind of recuperate. And, you know, I was out west for 10-11 days, so I had to take care of my flower beds and my garden and plants and things, which my husband does do that when I'm away, but I like to pull weeds and get in the dirt too. So what I wrote up about LaFonda, I was noticing that there was something wrong with the steering still. Now, in my previous video, my Alcoa wheel broke, and the U-joint on that wheel was loose. So I don't know, and my mechanic doesn't know either. So they ran it up to Peterbilt. Well, Peterbilt wasn't able to schedule it in until Friday. So I was going to run a spare truck for either Wednesday and Thursday or Thursday and Friday. But then I just decided to to take that week off. I didn't want to. My truck was already up at Peterbilt, so I would have had to take all my stuff out, Teddy's ramp, all Teddy's stuff, Teddy's toys, and it's just so much stuff. I just thought, okay, I'll just take these 2 days off. And then on Friday, Peterbilt said, well, they couldn't find anything wrong with it, so they wanted my mechanic to go up on Monday and test drive it, and another guy would ride with him and show him what it was doing. It was just kind of, it just kind of, you're driving down the road, it seems fine, and then all of a sudden it'll pull you to the right, or all of a sudden it'll pull you to the left. It seems like it's just kind of, I mean, I can control it. It's not that it's unsafe to drive, but then they determined that it probably needs realigned. Well, Peterbilt doesn't do that, so we're going to have to schedule an appointment to go to the realignment shop and get that straightened out. But at least I'm in La Fonda and everything is good. I had a nice week off, so I didn't record any videos. It's not too bad once you're in it. It's not cold at all. Now Teddy and I are back in the truck and ready to get to work. So I was packing my stuff yesterday, and oh, he knows when I start packing our bags for Teddy, his food and water bowl, and then my bags. And as soon as I put my work boots on this morning, oh, he was ready to go. He ran right up in the truck. Now he's just watching somebody walking. So this place here is like there's nobody here. And when I checked in, the same guy was still here. He's a super nice yard jockey, security guard type. I'm not sure what his title is, but I said to him, I was wondering if you would still be here. And he said, yeah, he's still here and 11 other people. He said they laid everyone else off because the Chick-fil-A French fries that we were hauling, we hauled them up to Massachusetts, but they were also, trucks were coming in here, taking them down to Virginia. I think pretty much a lot of the East Coast, they were supplying their French fries. So I don't know who's doing that now, but yeah. So my appointment is for 12 o'clock. It is 11:08 right now. So I did get here a little early, but I always like getting to my pickups and deliveries early if I can. And then my delivery is for tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. So that's another thing. Where I'm delivering to, I've never been there before, but I was researching on Google, and it says they do have a little lot before you pull into their main driveway, and there are potholes about the size of La Fonda. So I'm not sure if I'm going to park there that would be the most logical thing to do, but I don't know if I want to park in a lot like that, because we've been getting rain, so all the potholes are filled with rainwater. We will see. Said I can open my doors. I'll be right back, Teddy. Okay, thank you. I just had to unhook my red Airline and he put the lock on it so I don't drive away. But I put a new, well, not new, this was the seat cover I had on my other LaFonda, but it did not work quite right in this truck, because when I first got in it, first started driving it, I did put the seat cover down for Teddy, and so far it's working okay, but it's slippy, and he keeps slipping his paw. His paws keep slipping on it. He always does that where his paw shakes. My other Rottweiler did that too. It must be a Rottweiler thing. So some people have suggested that I put a crate down there on the floor so it gives Teddy more room. And I appreciate that suggestion. It would work if I was in a day cab and this was the only spot I had for Teddy to lay. But he has that whole bed to lay down. He has the floor to lay down. And he actually likes laying down there on the floor. Like, he likes laying across this way. But he likes laying on the seat where I put the armrest down. Sit, Teddy. Sit. That's a good boy. Hold on. But so far that seat cover is working okay in here. Saving the seat anyway. And that's, like I said, that's what I had in my other truck. So as soon as he got up in here and realized it must have still had the smell from the other truck, and he remembered he likes it. Right, Teddy? You're such a good boy. He's just panting away. I think it's in the 90s right now. I don't know exactly what it is. My temperature thing says 99. I don't think it's quite 99, but it's really humid out. And I have the air conditioner going for Teddy, so he stays nice and warm, or nice and cool. We are arriving at our delivery. Delivery is for tomorrow morning, but I'm going to try and park in this lot that they have here. See what the potholes look like. Holy cow. Yes, these are some definite ginormous potholes. So I'm just going to go as slow as I can. And I see a spot where I'm going to park so I can get Teddy's ramp out. But this is ridiculous. I guess I should say at least they have truck parking. And looks like there's a little bunch of trash right there. No trash can here. I did see a porta pot way up on the hill by the guard shack. So at least they have truck parking and at least they offer a porta pot. So I shouldn't complain, right? This is where I'm going to stay for 10 hours. My delivery appointment is 5 a.m. So I will check in probably around 4:30 in the morning. The next morning, heading up to get in line to wait to check in. They're turning that guy around. Morning.
One second. Okay, so they're doing strict appointment time this morning. Yours is for 5. Luckily, that was our last 4. So if you want to wait right here for the 40 minutes, that's up to you.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
I'll come back and get your paperwork when we're ready.
Okay. Well, by the time I got up here to the gate, it was 4:20. My appointment is 5 a.m. And she said the truck in front of me, luckily, was the last 4 a.m. They are on strict appointment times. So she gave me my paperwork back. She said I can stay here, right here at the gate, at the guard shack, for 40 minutes. It was up to me. Yeah, I decided to stay here. I'm not going back in that potholed lot. And she'll come back out at 5 o'clock and get my paperwork and check me in. Wait.
All right, have you been here before?
No.
Okay, you're headed to 134.
Okay.
It's going to be straight back on the left. You're
you.
Have a good one.
You too. I'll be right back. Well, there's a lumper fee with this load. I'll be anxious to see what that is. There's a dog over there in that truck right beside me.
It won't be in.
Just barking and barking and barking. He finally settled down. I guess the owner scolded him. But here you have to chalk your wheels, obviously, put the landing gear down and unhook the red airline. You don't have to actually unhook, but... And then I went in and the lady she was a snooty thing, like they mostly are, and said there's a lumper fee, so we will see what that is. And then after I get this unloaded, I am heading about an hour and a half, 2 hours I think, east to go pick up my next load.
Teddy.
3 hours later, lumper fee is paid. I have my paperwork. Now we're going to head on to our next pickup.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Darden Way.
Lumper fee was $83. $80 and then a $3 processing fee. So that wasn't too bad. Now we're going to head over to our next pickup. When I went in and checked out, the lady didn't seem as snooty. Maybe she's just not a morning person. I guess I don't have to stop here. I thought the security guard was waving at me, but he was actually waving to that truck right there, telling him to get in the other lane. And then when I went back and was closing my trailer doors, it was still kind of steamy in there because, you know, it was negative 10 degrees. I reset the temperature for
Turn right onto Darden Way.
34
and turn left on
degrees.
Corporate Drive.
Because that's my next load is dairy products. And I was walking back to check the trailer. I was inside the trailer, walking in it, and it was steamy. I couldn't really see
Turn left
anything.
onto Corporate Drive.
And then I heard this, "Hey!" and it kind of scared me. And it was the guy, I guess the guy that unloaded me. And he said, "I just want to thank you for keeping your trailer so clean." He said, "Guys come in here and the trailer is so dirty." Well, a lot of times they won't even load you if your trailer's dirty. But thanks to my wonderful mechanic who always cleans it out for me before I head back out on the road. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like button, give it a comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video.